this video, we are going to learn about nitrogen fixation and nitrogen cycle. Basically, nitrogen is important for the preparation of proteins, amino acids, nucleic acids, etc. by both plants and animals. Atmosphere consists of 78% of nitrogen, but that is not in the usable form. Living organism cannot use the atmospheric nitrogen directly. So that has to be converted into usable form. The conversion of unusable form of nitrogen into usable form is called as nitrogen cycle. The definition is a continuous process in which nitrogen is converted into a form that is used by plants and animals and then returned back to the atmosphere is called nitrogen cycle. This nitrogen cycle or the process involves 5 steps. Nitrogen fixation that occurs either by lightning process or by the action of microbes, nitrogen assimilation, ammonification, nitrification and denitrification. We will learn all these steps in detail by learning the definition too. Nitrogen cycle starts with the first step of nitrogen fixation. The process of fixing atmospheric nitrogen, that is unusable form of nitrogen, into usable inorganic form is called as nitrogen fixation. It occurs by two processes, either by lightning or by the action of microbes. Lightning in the sense, you know that atmosphere is a mixture of gases. So nitrogen and oxygen combines together to form nitrous oxide. That nitrous oxide again react with oxygen to form nitrogen dioxide. Already the atmosphere consists of water vapor. So again nitrogen dioxide combines with water and oxygen to form nitric acid. This nitric acid is brought down to the soil through acid rain or by the process of precipitation. Now this nitric acid combines with calcium carbonate present in the soil and forms calcium nitrate. Now this is readily absorbed by the roots of the plants. Next is the biological nitrogen fixation. Already you learned in the first lesson that rhizobium consists of that property to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Usually the leguminous plants possess this rhizobium bacteria in its root. So that it traps the atmospheric nitrogen and converts into usable form of nitrates. Next is the cyanobacteria, which is present in the soil, especially nostoc and anabina, also fixes the atmospheric nitrogen and provides it to the plant. The second process is nitrogen assimilation, where in the previous step we found that the inorganic nitrogen is absorbed by the plants. Now these nitrogen enter into the plant body and becomes the part of its living system or the proteins. Now these proteins are taken up by the herbivorous animal when it feeds on the plant. So the plant proteins are converted into animal protein. Now again when those animals are eaten away by the carnivorous animals, the protein enter into the carnivorous animal's body. Likewise, it is getting converted into the organic nitrogen and becomes a part of the living system. That process is called as nitrogen assimilation. The process of converting inorganic nitrogen into organic nitrogen that becomes a part of living system is called nitrogen assimilation. Third process is ammonification. By the name itself, it denotes that something is converted into ammonia. Let us see what the product is. Plants and animals usually die and get decomposed by the decomposers that are present in the soil. So, the decomposers turn or convert the proteins into ammonia. Now, this ammonia is formed in the soil and that process is called as ammonification. Process of conversion of complex organic compounds. Organic compounds that are present in either plant or the animal gets converted to ammonia is called as ammonification. The next step is nitrification. You know that ammonia is returned to the soil and that ammonia is converted into nitrite by Nitrosomonas bacteria. Again, those nitrates are converted into nitrates by nitrobacter bacteria or nitrifying bacteria, and now it is available for the plants to absorb from the soil. So again it enters into the plant body. The definition is the process of conversion of ammonia into nitrates is called as nitrification. The last step is denitrification. You learned that some form of nitrates are absorbed by the plants and the remaining nitrates are converted into gaseous form by the action of Pseudomonas bacteria or Thiobacillus bacteria and is provided to the atmosphere. The definition is the process of conversion of nitrates into free nitrogen gas into the atmosphere is called as denitrification. So it is also done by the bacteria named Pseudomonas bacteria or Thiobacillus bacteria. Thus, percentage of nitrogen, that is 78% of nitrogen, is maintained constant in the atmosphere. Clear, children?